Welcome to the Managing Drought in the Southern Plains webinar series. I'm Margaret Boone, Program Manager of the Southern Climate Impacts Planning Program, with your briefing for Thursday, April 24th, 2014. This information is brought to you by the Southern Climate Impacts Planning Program in association with NOAA, NIDIS, and the National Drought Mitigation Center. So what has changed over the past week? Drought conditions have worsened across the north-central Oklahoma with the expansion of D3 drought. D4 drought conditions have expanded in the Texas Panhandle, and D2 to D3 conditions increased across central Texas. Also across the Skip region, an area of D0 abnormally dry drought conditions have increased across central Tennessee, where 34% of the state is now considered abnormally dry. Some rain is forecast for this weekend across the southern plains and into the southeast, but it comes in the form of severe weather. This is the newest drought monitor released Thursday, April 24th. Outside of the continuing drought expansion in parts of the southern plains, not much has changed since last week. Zooming in a little closer, we can see the D4 expansion across the Texas Panhandle, as well as the D2 to D3 increase in central Texas. D3 conditions have also increased across north central Oklahoma, as well as the increased D0 conditions across southern Tennessee. In the High Plains, there was expansion of D0 abnormally dry conditions northward into South Dakota, and across the west, little has changed since last week. The percent of normal rainfall departures over the last 14 days show the smaller areas that received rainfall across southwest Oklahoma and north central Texas, as well as far west Texas and into areas of New Mexico. This did little to ease drought conditions, as rainfall, at least across the hardest drought-hit areas, was not widespread. Elsewhere, as we continue to look out 60 days and beyond, the larger precipitation deficits are more apparent. As we move into spring, it's crucial to begin thinking about soil moisture. These experimental graphics, created by the Arkansas Red Basin River Forecast Center in Tulsa, show the upper and lower soil moisture zone anomalies. The upper zone anomalies in the upper left show the return of some soil moisture across portions of southwest Oklahoma and north central Texas with recent rainfall. These areas are indicating soil moisture anomalies of greater than 100% of normal. However, the lower zone anomalies still indicate the long-term effects of drought across the region. Those areas that have seen some moisture in the upper zone still show depletion in the lower zone. These maps will be interesting to follow as we move into our more typical wet season, which is spring and in December. The 5-day outlook shows the possibility of precipitation across parts of the southern plains, especially Oklahoma and points east over this upcoming weekend. Temperatures are expected to be above normal for the next 5 days across parts of the Midwest, with below normal temps across the western and northern states. The expected rainfall over the next 5 days is coming in conjunction with severe weather. The image on the left is the 3-day outlook, and the image on the right is the 4- and 5-day outlooks issued by the NOAA Storm Prediction Center in Norman. Areas from Texas northward into Nebraska have a slight risk of severe weather on Saturday, April 26th. As the trough pushes eastward, severe weather chances also spread eastward from Texas and Arkansas northward on Sunday and into a good portion of the southeast on Monday. Though convective storms tend to bring beneficial rainfall, especially to some of our drought-stricken areas, we have to be aware of the accompanying severe weather threats of hail, high winds, and possibly tornadoes. The 8 to 14-day outlooks, valid Thursday, May 1st to Wednesday, May 7th, indicate below normal temperatures are expected across much of the eastern half of the United States, with above normal temps expected across the Intermountain West, and where the ridge becomes entrenched across the west for a few days. Much of the Central Plains will see below normal precipitation, with areas across New England possibly seeing above normal precipitation. The CPC 3-month outlook remains the same as last week. Equal chances of above or below normal precipitation conditions prevail across much of the United States, with the exception of below normal precipitation possible across Washington and Oregon, and above normal precipitation across the Four Corners region. The majority of the West Coast and South could see above normal temperatures, with below normal temperatures possible across Montana and North Dakota. The seasonal drought outlook is the same as last week, issued April 17th and valid until July 31st. It shows mainly persistence across drought-stricken areas, with a few places in the eastern plains seeing possible drought improvement. As always, please join us for these briefings and full topic webinars. For more information, please visit our SKIP website, southernclimate.org, to register for more information if you haven't already. These briefings will be posted to our SKIP YouTube channel as well as our website. Please like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at skip_RESA for more information. We thank you for joining us and have a great week.